After that, there's a partnership of 53. Beautiful delivery to start off with, the in swing back into the right-hander, hits middle stump. Great exponent with that new ball, pace, swing, accuracy. And then inside edge, helped on to the stumps, and Shine Shah Afridi carries on, getting wickets with the new ball and hitting those stumps, albeit with the help of that big inside edge. And he'll be over the moon with the performance that he's set with the new ball. And Wahab Riaz now cranking it up. A leg by Rizwan. For a second thought he was in with a run-out chance.
Yeah, after the loss of the 2 early wickets there, where Shaheen very impressive up front, but Zimbabwe has managed to pull it back. Very, very neck and neck here at the moment. 83 for 1 Pakistan was at the same stage.
Pakistan got 90 in the final 10 overs, so Zimbabwe can even sort of sit in and give themselves a chance, because we're not seeing a lot of swing, we're not seeing a lot of balls deviating now. And I think under lights there won't be a lot of spin. You said that yes, Imad doesn't spin it anyway, but slowing the pace makes it slightly difficult with the ball not coming on. But I just have a feeling that maybe with the lights and with it cooling down, and the ball just skids on nicely onto the bat. In T20 cricket we've seen that chasing is always the better option at Rawalpindi, and it's now up to Babar to rotate his bowlers and go about defending this target. The bounce not working, but you have to now bring in the spinners, because these two look very settled against pace.
Yeah, clearly quite above there. But yeah, we've spoken about how quick this outfield is and historically how good it's been in terms of chasing. Look for 2 there. They're going to go for it. Excellent running there. Easy 2 in the end there. But Zimbabwe need to give themselves a chance here. They're going along steadily at a run rate of 5. They don't probably want to leave too much to do at the end. And by the way it looks, by the way the things are going, I think it's shaping up to be a good chase here from Zimbabwe.
Yeah, nicely done. Ehsan Raza, man of many talents. Yeah, sloppy in the outfield, and another couple of runs. Wahab gives him the stare. Harish Rao with that fancy one-handed pickup, it didn't work.
Yeah, we just can't keep giving away runs here, Pakistan. They have to be tight in the field, as was Zimbabwe. Every little run counts.
$88 for 2.
First one-day international here from Pindi, Pakistan putting up 281 on the board. with Haris top scoring with 71. Zimbabwe steadily pacing their chase here with 88 with the loss of 2 apologies in 17 overs. Shaheen picked up the 2 quick wickets up front for Pakistan.
Imad Wasim spin in the 18th over. Batted really well. Back end of Pakistan's innings. Slow outside off, starts off trying to bowl pretty slow. Normally he darts it in, especially with the new ball, gets the ball to swing back in, but it'll be the way that he bowls in these mid overs that probably will define the game.
The longest time he's bowled with the new ball, especially in T20 cricket. Not the same case in ODI cricket normally.
So all they have to do, rotate the strike and just keep the pressure on Pakistan.
आवाज नहीं आई ना बैटिंग लाइन की आवाज नहीं आई कोई आवाज करता ना बैटिंग का
But the other advantage that he does have is that, well, you consider Islamabad and Pindi as the same city, so he's local. Played all his cricket in Islamabad, and today with the bat he knew exactly what this pitch was doing. Probably struck the ball better than everyone. And now it probably settled into a pace which suits this Rawalpindi pitch.
Also, it'll be interesting to see how Babar now rotates his bowlers in trying to get another wicket here.
Oh yeah!
And straight away you can see him slow it up. Just giving the ball air. Just the variations of pace that you need. There again, flights it up. Almost got a wicket. 18 gone, it's 91 for 2.
The Zimbabwe change room, they're looking pretty relaxed. Sean Williams in next, got the pads on there. And obviously Sikandar Raza to follow. Held the ODI averages for all 3 next batsmen in. Most importantly, this partnership, 63 now of 83. As Rauf will continue.
Gone for 30 off 3 as Haris Rauf. It's obviously it's different from T20 cricket. You need to come back. Maybe he'll bowl an extra spell. In T20 he'll bowl 2 up front and then 1-1, or just short and sweet spells. Here he'll have to maybe bowl in 3 or maybe 4 spells even, and to come back to the bowling creases where it'll affect most. Didn't get off to the start he expected with the new ball. Now he has to pull it back, so it's a different learning experience, although it's still white ball, but because now you're bowling 10 overs and now you have to construct spells differently, it's not the same. Zimbabwe just thinks that this is the moment that he has to peg Zimbabwe back, and the way to peg them back is obviously get a wicket. So he's brought Haris Rauf back, who's been in T20 cricket and white ball cricket. He's been a wicket taker. So that's his role right now, so he should be clear in his head about that.
Yeah, clearly he needs to be searching for a wicket here. He's obviously fast-tracked into the Pakistan team from the Lahore Qalandars, making it to the Melbourne Stars in the Big Bash League, and making a huge impact into T20 cricket. But like you say, ODI cricket, yes, white ball, but a different format. Coming off a good national T20 with 18 scalps to his name. Zimbabwe working on the merit of the ball, with the last boundary coming over 19 deliveries ago. And just one of this over up till now with 1 to go.
And 1 it'll remain. 19 gone. It's 92 for 2. Experienced duo doing well, and so far so good for Zimbabwe.
Beautiful, Baba, थोड़ा बाहर रहना. वापस को देखना.
Well, nothing in it. Flicked away beautifully. Just a little flick on the leg side, and results in 4.
Ahmad had a very surprising look on his face of where that come from, but it was right in the arc there for Brendan Taylor onto his pads. Just easily flicked away to another boundary.
इधर FA, good bowling, man, good bowling. यहाँ से जाएगा, यहाँ से मारने दे ज़रा दूर से.
Taylor especially seems under control. He thinks, or is playing with a degree of calmness, and that sort of transcends throughout this batting unit, will translate throughout this batting unit.
Obviously a very important trait. He's obviously got the experience playing for Zimbabwe for quite a long time. He's been to Pakistan before as well, and he's probably going to play the anchor sheet role here and take the game closer to the end, giving their strong middle order a chance to complete this total. Solid partnership continues here between the two.
Was there a nick? Because the reaction from Ahmad certainly seems as if he thought that was an opportunity. Previous delivery, Ahmad seems reaction and the overall disappointment. It seems that this might have been an opportunity that's gone begging. This one normally very good behind the stumps.
Well done.
20 done is 98 for 2.
Yes, he definitely had a tickle on that, and that would have been end of that partnership had Rizwan caught that cleanly. A chance goes begging in Imad's reaction, rightly so.
The previous over, there was an opportunity, and technology confirms that it was a little nick and a drop chance. Imad Wasim almost provided Pakistan with a very important breakthrough. This partnership still going on. 70 of 96 deliveries. Shot. Should have bounced it harder into the ground to get it over Imam. But interestingly, Haris Sohail was dropped by Brendan Taylor on 9. He went on to get 71. And now Rizwan returns the favor. He drops Irvine, who's on 42. Will this be something that comes and haunts Pakistan?
Rizwan's probably thinking hopefully not, and he'll be wanting his bowlers to clean up Irvine soon so that doesn't cost them heavily. Because both the Zimbabwe batsmen in the middle look very much in control of this chase at the moment. Required run rate creeping up to 6.24 now.
The only other dimension you have to look at is Pakistan got 90 of the final 10, but the quality of bowling that Pakistan have at the back end at what you call death bowling, you got the likes of Wahab Riaz, Haris Rauf himself, and Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's in the form of his life. So you don't want to be chasing anything over 7 and 8 over extended period of time at the back end because of the quality in the bowling that Pakistan possess. At the moment it looks all under control and they're doing it well, but they still have to be very match aware while chasing this target down.
Yeah, Zimbabwe probably show very much aware of that fact, and they probably wouldn't want to leave too much for themselves in the end. Exactly why this partnership highly important at this stage to carry through.
Another short ball. And that ends the over. 21 gone. A maiden 98 for 2.
बॉल इसके पे बॉल ऐसे नहीं लेगा वो छोटे पे मैं जाऊंगा इंशाल्लाह अभी अंदर गार्ड में आ सिर्फ
98 for the loss of 2. The run chase is on. Good partnership of 70. They need a couple of good partnerships to see them through. So Pakistan being threatened here. 184 in 28.5.
बॉल मैं ठीक है इसी में रख
Tino, you think
Wow,
your team can get over the line?
Most certainly. I think these two will be very key for Zimbabwe to get over the line. Partnership now 70 from 104. A couple of other really experienced batsmen to come. Test captain Sean Williams, Sikandar Raza, but once you're in, you don't want to leave that to anybody else. You know they're quality cricketers and they can do a decent job the majority of the time they walk out there, but if it's your day, you need to make sure that you push the team across the line.
The whole process of this partnership is to make sure that you're there till the end. So when the requirement forces you to go at 8 and over, maybe you're there, you're settled. Thing with Imad is that he doesn't spin the ball much, but if the ball starts to turn, then he becomes a handful. He's got this lovely straight angle, and then if he's getting the ball to tweak, and done. So partnership has been broken. Imad Wasim, you can bet your bottom dollar that he'll bail you out of a tough situation. Haris Rauf took the catch.
Well, just as we're talking about the importance of these two carrying on as long as they can in the Zimbabwean innings, Craig Irvin, it's a shot that he plays well and quite often gets that either over that man or past him to the boundary for 4. However, it wasn't to be this time. Craig Irvin stuck around for a while. Brendan Taylor, good knock of 42. Zimbabwe now 99 for 3.
Pakistan in a huddle and obviously looking for next strike. Strategy, execution. Imad Wasim cool as ice, making sure that he broke the partnership. He's relentless, he's at you all the time, he's attacking the stumps, and then if the ball is spinning, then he becomes doubly difficult to tackle. Williams is out there, Sean Williams. Three down for 99. Haris Rauf is hitting the bat hard. He's hitting the deck hard, and then the ball is taking off. And he's bowling a straighter line, not worried about the lateral movement. It's about attacking the stumps, attacking the batsman within the stumps. Sean Williams, plenty of experience. Those are good numbers. 31 50s and 300s in the middle order with a strike rate which is pretty acceptable.
This is why he's here. Craig Irvin opting for the reverse sweep. It's been a pretty tight over up until then.
This is excellent stuff from Haris Rauf. He's got pace, 140.7 kilometers an hour. That last delivery turned him around. Haris Rauf now, 12 dots in a row for him. And that has built up pressure, and maybe Imad got that wicket because of his persistency and perseverance. He had bowled a maiden over, then Imad Wasim came and struck straight away.
Bowling in partnerships, something that we talk about across all formats of the game. And that's a typical example of one keeping things quiet at one end and creating pressure at the opposite end. Craig Irvin succumbing to that pressure. And I'll tell you what, this man in his second spell has been exceptional.
It's a bit wayward, that bouncer.
One of the over.
It's been a very good comeback by Haris Rao after spraying the ball around in his first spell. Not in complete control with the new ball. Now he's more at home, bowling with a semi-new white ball. Went for 30 in his first 3. And he's bounced back beautifully here. Got to be just a little bit more imaginative. Whilst it's understood that he wants to be out there, so he's been a little cautious, which is fine, but what he has to do is to somehow manage a single. Just basic rotation of strike. He's hit a lot of balls straight in the direction of the fielders. That can get you frustrated. So you look for another angle, different angle, and can get out in the process. Put yourself under undue pressure. Because he's repeating that ball after ball. You think it's a strategy maybe to see off Haris Rao without any major accidents?
Well, other than the strategy itself, you've got to take your hat off to him. He's bowled well. And I think for Brendan Taylor, what might be in the back of his mind is we had a good partnership with Craig, new man in, and I've been batting a while. If I get out now, 37 from 53, we've got 2 new men at the crease, and that's the last thing that Zimbabwe wants. And how often does it happen that you have a partnership, lose 1 wicket, and you lose another one very quickly?
Ah, beautiful. What a shot that is. Watch the ball and sliced this off the middle of the blade for 6 over the keeper's head. Great blow. Last ball went for a 6, 106 for the loss of 3.
Two senior statesmen in the Zimbabwean batting lineup. Brendan Taylor has moved comfortably onto 43 from 54. New man in at the demise of Craig Irvin is Sean Williams.
Facing his first ball, be very aware of the straighter ball. Stylishly played, timed it well. But this is a fabulous shot. Is it a ramp shot? Maybe. But the result was exquisite.
It certainly is a ramp. It's a different kind of ramp. You're used to people going down on one knee and lifting it up and over the keeper. In the air, lucky that doesn't carry to the man at extra cover. Sean Williams just closing the face on that a little bit early. Just wait a little bit longer, keep that face as open as possible.
92 kph delivery that from Imad Wasim. So if you're caught in a no man's land, then you've had it. It doesn't give you a lot of time to adjust your feet movement or your footwork. Because if you are caught napping, if you play down the wrong line, you're done. He's so quick through the air. I think you've got to find the right angle to hit him also. He's not one of those left armers who you can pin over mid-wicket or long on. I think you're better off hitting him over cover or long off, because that ball doesn't spin a great deal. So you just got to treat him as a straight bowler who bowls quickly. So you've got to find the right angle to hit him. Off the mark. Zimbabwe is lagging behind a little. Required 6.73 now. 107 for 3.
$107 for 3. Zimbabwe. Comparatively, Pakistan 5 runs ahead. 112 and a wicket less for 2. Almost at the halfway stage. Brendan Taylor has held fort well for Zimbabwe. He's 43, coming off just 54 deliveries.
Vabriaz is coming on to bowl now. 4 overs, none for 19. I think that was a hittable ball, or if not hittable, then maybe a slice for a run could have been had. Brendan Taylor has won 7 Man of the Match awards. So he's a match winner in a way. Jackpot and earn US $200. It's Jomo hit the board. Right now it's Williams hit the board. Yeah. This is Service Tires hit and win $500 US. Yeah, some money to be made if you aim it right. Ah, lovely ball. He's got this ability to generate pace from nowhere. With a similar action, he can get the ball to climb at you. A little bit more body behind that delivery. Bending his back, and have a look at that lifter.
He's been impressive today. He came on and we talked about how at times he can be expensive, especially in the middle overs of a one-day game, but today he's been really, really impressive.
I think Pakistan can have another fielder in the ring for the newcomer, because right now he'll be looking for those singles, Williams, not really bothered about hitting Wahab out of the park. So you've got to read what the batsman is trying to do here, and maybe they'll be better served having another man in the ring on the offside for him.
He'll be reasonably happy, Babar Azam, after the exit of Craig Irvin. And as you always get, in particular this format of the game, just slow down the run rate a little bit. It's got Brendan Taylor just reining himself in, not playing as freely as he was. That's expected.
Plays it with soft hands. Single is run. He has the strike. Zimbabwe now need 173 in 150 balls. 109 for 3.
First one-day international in this series. ITEL Mobile presents a Brighter Paints Cup. Pakistan versus Zimbabwe 2020. Pakistan winning the toss. Babar Azam electing to bat 281. Here's what they got. Harris very good, 71. Imam a crashing 58. Zimbabwe 109 for 3. Make that 110. Douglas Hondo, Zimbabwe interim coach. Normally in the capacity of bowling coach. He'll be pretty happy with proceedings so far. A long time since Zimbabwe have competed at international level. 280 I think he would take.
What would he be thinking, Tino? To be competitive or to actually win this? I mean, even if they get closer to Pakistan's score, would that make him happy, or actually a win is what he's looking for?
Looking at Zimbabwe's circumstances over the last few months, I think coming into the series, being competitive would have been good. But they're restricting Pakistan to 281. And the manner in which they batted so far, they've got an opportunity to win this. If they get close, and I was Douglas Hondo, personally, I'd be disappointed. They've got a couple of decent batters to come. At the moment, run rate is not too far out of their reach. And if they can carry on, 7 is what they need. For another 10 or so overs, these two. And maybe look to start to push the ball around a little bit more. 10 overs to go, 70 runs to win. Zimbabwe can be in a position where they can seriously consider taking on this total.
I just hope he's not thinking that way. It's about winning this contest, and they've given themselves an excellent chance to outsmart Pakistan. 112 for 3.
Well, we talk about his mindset now, and I remember what his mindset was as a player, as an opening fast bowler, young, quick. He will definitely be sending messages to the lads when he can to say, hang out there, boys. We've got an opportunity to win this. I don't remember the last time Zimbabwe won an opening match in a one-day series against Pakistan. But this is a perfect opportunity to do that. We've got the right personnel out there at the moment, and the right personnel to follow.
I think this is Zimbabwe's best chance, really, to win against Pakistan. Pakistan were a little cautious in their approach with the bat. Catch them unawares. First game can be a little difficult for any home side, and this pitch has played few tricks. But I don't see Pakistan messing it up again with the bat come the next contest. So this is Zimbabwe's best chance to win a game.
I'd have to agree with you, Ramiz. I'm just talking about the right personnel for Zimbabwe out there at the moment in terms of experience. Bowled, well negotiated by Sean Williams. These two put together a really decent partnership. I know it's a few years ago in Harare, Zimbabwe were chasing 245 on that day. Brendan Taylor 43 not out. Sean Williams 39 from just 23 balls. Zimbabwe chasing 245. So they've been there before. Different setting, different conditions, of course, but they've done it against the same opposition. And they know exactly what's required of them at this moment in time.
As far as Pakistan are concerned, the squeeze is on. Taylor's strike rate has dropped down from mid-80s to mid-70s. 3 4s, 2 6s. Good delivery, fabulous delivery. It's the Jaffa, really was quick and a wonderful delivery to get rid of the left-hander. Wasn't feeling comfortable against Wahab's short pitch stuff, back of the length, and it had a telling effect on the batsman, just drawing away from the line of the ball, and nicely held by the keeper.
Yeah, Sean Williams looked a bit out of sorts to Wahab Riaz. He goes for 4. Zimbabwe now 4 down for 150.
Wesley Madavere is the new man in. Played the Under-19 World Cup this year in SA. 4 matches, very young, average of 43. Strike rate is very good, best of 52. If he gets a 50 here, Zimbabwe may go on to win this. Ultra edge. The ball got big, as they say, on the batsman there. Clearly off the outside edge. Ultra edge disturbed. And it's taken quite cleanly by the keeper, just staying away from the line of the ball. And probably in two minds, you know, he could have easily played that one through point or left it all together. That's extra bit of pace and zip. Had the desired result and effect from Wahab Riaz. 27 done, 115 for 4.
Shine.
115 for 4, Zimbabwe. Good partnership of 70 between Craig Irvin and Brendan Taylor. The exit of Irvin saw Sean Williams come out to bat. He didn't last too long. And the man who just walked out now, Wesley Madavere, to join Brendan Taylor. He's looked good. 48 from 62. Big appeal. That's sliding down the leg side. Zimbabwe's most prolific batsman in this lineup, Brendan Taylor. 3 matches short of 200, 6,000 plus runs, 38 50s and 10 hundreds in this format.
Yeah, Bob.
I think he's got to change his pattern against Imad. Look for a sweep, something different. Just put him off his length. Too many dots for my liking. He's been out there, he was striking the ball well. Certainly he's put the shutters down and it's just looking for those singles. 167 in 136 balls. Nicely stopped. Imam is good at point. Good athlete. Anticipated it extremely well. There's that sweep shot. That's more like it. Gets a 4. 50 comes up for the right-hander Taylor. Expertly played sweep shot. He's got the experience to see Zimbabwe home. Can he do it?
Brendan Taylor, a good knock from him. Zimbabwe desperately need him to carry on. 66 balls for his 52 not out. A fair bit of dots. He'll want to improve on that. 4 boundaries. His 7th half century against Pakistan in one-day international cricket.
ODI. Good bowling, mate. Good bowling, mate.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Didn't try to overhit it or hit it hard. It's just basic sweep shot that was nicely played and placed.
Hey yo!
119 for the loss of 4 wickets.
Boys, ball already.
Extreme pace from Wahab. There's been a difference in the bowling attack. That's just coming to the fore now. The angle that he gets, but it's the pace more than anything that beats the bat always. The problem that Zimbabwe will have consistently is that Pakistan have pace in the bowling ranks and they'll keep coming at you. And somebody who'll keep coming at you is Alan Wilkins.
I think that's the nature of the game, isn't it, Bazid? You've got to persevere. It's a long game. It's not T20 where the game can change in a minute or 3 deliveries. Oh, Wahab is bowling with plenty of fire here. Lots of pace.
And with the angle, he's always going to create that. He's not going to get the ball to start back in. He's going to keep going away from the right-hander. Yes, it flies away to the fence, but could you gamble on another slip? I guess not.
Well, he's short in stature, Wesley Madavere. First saw him as an under-19 cricketer. He might have been 15 years of age in Bangladesh, the under-19 tournament in 2016. And he hasn't grown very much since then, to be honest. But his technique looks pretty good. I like the fact that Babar Azam does have the slip there. Iftikhar standing at slip. Oh, short and disdainfully pulled away. That's a brilliant shot from the young Madavere.
Even Wahab sort of looks away and appreciates that quality stroke. Tested him out with a bumper and he's been smashed, smoked in front of square. One bounce. High class stuff.
It was high class. High on the bat, but to hit a fast bowler in front of square. Now what's he going to do? Bounce him again? But again, inside the mind of a bowler, you see, Bazid, you got to. Does Wahab Riaz, does he blow steam, or does he just think, okay, I'll just get a Yorker in here? 29 gone, 128 for 4.
Rashid Riaz, fourth umpire. Got plenty of new, are they new balls though? Maybe used kookaburras.
Yeah, some of them are. Well, some of them are almost brand new, because if a ball has to be changed, it has to be a like-for-like replacement. He's having a good game here, Imad Wasim. He's a really tenacious competitor, because he got important runs at the end of the innings. 34 of just 26, and here he is, and you always know that he's a threat with the ball. Not a big spinner of the ball, but he does bowl a very good quick arm ball with his action.
And with him bowling and us two in the combox, we're very partial, because there's a Welsh connection and there's an Islamabad connection. There you go.
Oh, could you? Oh, Bazid, that's very, very thoughtful. Well done. That's because what Bazid Khan is saying here is that Imad Wasim was born in Swansea, which is one of the grounds where Bazid Khan's father used to captain, Majid Khan. Glamorgan, were you born in Swansea? That's the thing I'm trying to work out. Oh, it's gone high. It's gone high. Is Iftikhar underneath it? No, it's not Iftikhar. It's Wahab Riaz, and he spills it.
It just looked as if Wahab was a step or two away from the flight of the ball all throughout this attempted catch. And in the end, he had to dive full length. Never got underneath it.
I have a feeling that might have been better if Iftikhar had gone for it, because it would have been in his sights longer. That was going over the shoulder of Wahab. Let's see if we can just see this. Okay, it's a top edge here. Yeah, you see Iftikhar was facing the ball, going towards the ball. End of the over, 30 gone, 131 for 4. Brendan Taylor, who's served Zimbabwe with such aplomb. He's had 10 one-day international centuries. And if you're wondering about that Welsh connection, by the way, that Swansea ground is the very famous ground where Sir Gary Sobers hit the 6 sixes. Our match officials. Javed Malik is our match referee. And Yaqub is our television umpire. He's had a little bit of work today too, hasn't he? The reason being, we had one run-out saga incident that was to a centimetre, if that, maybe a couple of millimetres.
It was like a 100-metre race. Photo finish, but both running to the wrong side.
There's not a lot in this. At the same stage, Zimbabwe now 132 for 4. Pakistan were 139 for 3. Very little in it, just the one more wicket. But Pakistan does have a long batting line. Not so sure Zimbabwe's is as strong. Short and picked up, top of the bat. Hasn't caught hold of this, it's just one.
Madavera was informed that he's played 3 under-19 World Cups. That's an achievement in its own, but I tell you, there's only one guy who's covered all the under-19 World Cups since 1988.
Oh, no.
I thought it was Alan Wilkins, but it's not him. But okay, not 1988, but 1998 you started covering them all once they came on telly.
Well, it might have been a few years ago. It's a great tournament, isn't it? And we look forward to the women's under-19s. Shorter length, he's picked this up so well. Goodness me, that's a good shot. This little fella's a bundle of dynamite. No quick bowler likes to be pulled in front of square at such pace.
Certainly loves a short ball. Wahab tried it and got smoked. Well, Fahim Ashraf tried his luck with a lot less pace, and that's almost hit mid-on. Straightish mid-wicket, that's gone too.
Thing is about that delivery, it's not that short. Fahim Ashraf was probably wondering how on earth it's got there, but it's not that short. Better length, just a little bit, gets Madavere forward. And they go back for 2, and they'll get there comfortably. they can get 3 here, and they will.
.140 for 4.
This game is nicely poised. Pakistan, who won the toss today, deciding to bat first. Lovely conditions, 281 for 8. Cornerstone innings, the Haris Sohail, 71 from 82, and Imam ul Haq, not his most fluent, but 58, anchored the top of the order. Now, Wesley Madhaveri here has had a bright start to his career, because he scored 44, 57 and 42, I beg your pardon, 35, 52 and 42 in his first 3 one-day internationals. They were against Bangladesh. So he's averaging at the moment 48. Fledgling start, but he's there and he's making a name for himself. And he couldn't be batting with a better man to lead him on, and that's Brendan Taylor. 34 years of age. Brendan's been around a long time.
And what he's done with the couple of boundaries that he's hit, he's given Taylor the confidence to carry on as the player who'll anchor.
Good hit. Really nicely hit. Premeditated, but Taylor picking up the length so quickly.
Keepers with the sweep shot. Normally they're very, very good. Brendan, no exception. And he played it late so that he got it finer of the deep man, a deep square leg.
Always in control of the shot. It's his 5th boundary. He's got 2 6s in there as well. Drifts down the leg side this time, and Imad Wasim has got away with a bad ball. He's lucky. That was one that should have gone for 4.
He just has to miss that fielder, and that would have gone to the fence. Now changing the field. Square leg goes slightly finer, deep mid-wicket goes out, and mid-on comes into the circle.
Has he got enough? Oh, I'd say he's got enough. Into the stands this goes. A look of complete startlement from Imad as Brendan Taylor smacks his 3rd 6.
Mid-on in the circle, but even if it was stationed at the fence, he might as well have been stationed in the stands, because that's been smoked down the ground. Huge hit.
151 for 4. Well, as long as Brendan Taylor stays there in this sort of form, Zimbabwe have hope of getting through to this. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. Fahim Ashraf now. But the way that Wesley Madhaveri is playing is perfect. It's the perfect foil for the way that Brendan Taylor's, you can see that the confidence is in Taylor, the fact that he can rely on Wesley Madhaveri.
And the pull shot, he picks up the length so quickly, and he's able to hit it in front of square, right underneath his eyes, that one. And he's all set up for the short ball. Pakistan really like pace bowling all-rounder in their ranks, but Fahim Ashraf hasn't had it really good with the ball. Last 10 ODIs, he's just got 2 wickets. An average of 198, economy rate of over 5.5, over 5.64. So yes, they want him to succeed, but I don't know for how long they'll persist with him once he doesn't get wickets. He's more of a bowling all-rounder than anything.
Yeah, it's good to run that first one. And that's where Madhaveri is quick between the sticks as well. There's very little in it with Zimbabwe 154 for 4 at the same stage of their innings. Pakistan were 151 for 3. Yeah, very, very clever from Brendan Taylor. He banked on Fahim Ashraf, bowling him line and length. And the game on here. Brendan Taylor's taking this to Pakistan.
He stepped on the gas and he stepped to the offside and just scooped this up. That's his area though. Square leg, deep fine leg, with those ramp shots, with the sweep shots. It just seems as if he knows this moment is to capitalize and get those runs and get the required rate down.
It's well bowled. Kept his composure there with that delivery. Fahim Ashraf just bowled it short of a length off stump. This is going to test this Pakistan attack. Still, of course, you've got Shaheen Shah Afridi to come back. Haris Rauf will be under a bit of pressure in his debut one-day international for his country. No run there. Imam ul Haq in that backward point position. 159 for 4. This partnership now 44 from 38, and it really has picked up Zimbabwe's challenge here. 2 quick wickets going. Branchari and Chamu Chibaba, they went quickly, and then Craig Irvin and Brendan Taylor put on 71 for the 3rd wicket. That really got Zimbabwe back on track. So this partnership, which is flourishing, needs to be broken by Pakistan, and with that in mind, Babar Azam has gone for Shaheen Shah Afridi to come back from the different end. He's come in from the commentary box end. He began from the pavilion end, and he got pace, shape, swing, and starts with that wonderful Yorker that he possesses. That's something that you can have naturally, but it's also something that you've got to work at, to bowl the Yorker.
A very difficult art to bowl that Yorker. Bullseye with the throw. Haris Rauf, but Taylor doing this well. But maybe Babar Azam's hand was forced because of the way Taylor batted against Imad Wasim last over. And they've had to make Shaheen come back into the attack and try and prize out a wicket.
Imam ul Haq made 58 today from 75 before he was involved in a bizarre run out. And Shaheen Shah Afridi, when he comes back for a second spell, more often than not comes round the wicket with the older ball. It's good stuff. He's been in the wickets in his last 2 one-day internationals, Shaheen. He's picked up 10 wickets, 6 against Bangladesh and 4 against Afghanistan. And that was, of course, in the World Cup. That seems on a bygone age ago. That seems a long time ago. You were there, of course, enjoying the British summer.
Yeah, it was a different world altogether. The rain and also the lawnmower I had to chug along at your place. I know that it's not been cut since then. The grass hasn't been cut since then. You cleaned the lawnmower, but you've not been able to cut it.
I can tell you that it has been cut many times during the summer because there's been nothing else to do. But of course that was the campaign where Pakistan had the 2 rained off matches. Yeah, the 1 rained off match which cost them. Yes, Sri Lanka had the 2. Rain played spoil sport, didn't it, for Pakistan? But, that's all in the history books now. I think it's probably right to bring back Shaheen now because he is your spearhead bowler. You want to break this partnership. You don't want to just play containing cricket and let Brendan Taylor and Madhaveri flourish any more than they have. So I think this is good to do this. Just 2 from this over, and he's always probing, looking for the wickets. Fire, hostility, and a good call from Taylor to send Madhaveri back. 34 gone, it's 161 for 4. And at 161 for 4, Zimbabwe needing 121 to win in 96 balls. Drinks have been called. Beautiful sight there with the illuminated Parliament House in Islamabad. And who are the lights shining for here in nearby Rawalpindi, the Pindi Stadium? Well, it's a good challenge this. Early on, Chari and Chibaba went cleaned out by Shaheen Sharafridi for 2 and 13, and then Urban with 42. And Brendan Taylor sticking there. But that was the end of Brian Chari, absolutely cleaned up by Shaheen, and this was dragged on by the captain Chama Chibaba. But the previous delivery was a big LBW shout. This is Irvin. Caught Ralph with the reverse sweep, paid the penalty for the shot, and a bit of fire and pace from Wahab accounting for Sean Williams. So Zimbabwe need 121 off 96. Here's Haris Rauf.
Partnership 47 or 45, but you just sense that Pakistan know that 1 wicket will bring more. At the moment they're 8 runs ahead, but Pakistan, remember, got 90 off the final 10.
.72 now. Brendan Taylor just nudges ahead of Haris Sohail, who got 71 from 82 balls for Pakistan. So Brendan Taylor, the highest score of the match. 6 fours, 3 sixes, and holding Zimbabwe together in this first of a series of 3 one-dayers. Bowled and well played.
You just feel Zimbabwe now need 119 runs to get over the line. You just feel that Taylor has to get at least half of them. He needs to get 120 not out, or thereabouts.
That's what he does very well, Haris Rauf. That's his trademark delivery, the one that just leaves the right-hander late. When it all comes right, it looks like this.
Yeah, bolt upright seam, pace up, seam up, hits the deck and jags away. And this is with a ball that's almost 35 overs old.
Oh, beauty. Absolutely wonderful bowling this. When he bowls it well, he has a tendency to follow the ball. He does pull off very quickly after delivering. You see here, he pulls up quite quickly there. If he could develop just to come down the pitch a little more so that his head follows the ball, his head follows, the follow-through comes down the pitch more rather than pull away off the pitch straight away. That'll help him with his direction. Oh, goodness me. 3 of the best deliveries of the game, and he doesn't get a wicket. 35 gone, 163 for 4.
.163 for the loss of 4, looking for a big heave. been really impressed with Wesley. He's shown good positive intent and those outdoors, and the bat is sounding great. He's middling almost everything, and now Brendan has got to take the lead in this run chase. He's got to be bossing the innings right now for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, he's got to be there till the very end then. Very impressed with Wesley, especially short in stature, but he can hit it a mile, and he's took the attack on.
That's a good go-to delivery. When the charge is on, nothing better than a Yorker length, and Shine Shah Afridi is now fully matured to understand the situations and how to operate. And he's got this great ability to think through a tough situation as well. He's got clarity. When he's running in to bowl, he knows exactly what delivery he's going to bowl. So there's no confusion, hardly ever.
Clearly Babar bringing Shaheen back, looking for the breakthrough. Obviously, the quick bowlers all young in their international careers, but Shaheen is obviously spearheading this fiery pace attack from Pakistan. The partnership has now raced to 49, but they'll need a few more there.
He plays that pull shot especially well. 50 partnership is raced. Plays it disdainfully, in complete control, good roll of the wrist, and at times he's on the front foot when he's hitting the ball hard. The pace is good, 50 of 54. 117 in 86 balls with 6 wickets in hand. This could be anybody's contest. Excellent delivery once again. Fuller in length, 143.3 clicks ball. Shine Shah Afridi has bowled beautifully, 2 for 25 and 6.5.
Well, Zimbabwe still has Sikandar Raza to come in. So they've got still some batting to come. The run rate has now raised to 8.2. It's obviously climbing.
That's gone up in the air. Will this be taken or fall safely? He's been lucky also. Brendan Taylor is tiring a little bit as well. 165, 166 for 4.
Change of pace there from Shaheen, which got Brendan to play that shot a little bit quicker than the ball, and luckily for him, landing in no man's land. He'll have to play the sheet anchor role here for Zimbabwe and have to be there till the very end.
Miscues his gallop. Haris Rauf. Credit to Zimbabwe in a way, Arush, because they've made Pakistan work hard in this contest. And that's not a bad performance, because most people were writing them off. They've not really been engaged in the international circuit. Most of us also felt that they'd be ring rusty, and Pakistan have got a great bowling attack and may not last the distance, the Zimbabweans.
Yeah, in agreement with you there, Ramiz. I think Zimbabwe's put on an excellent show. They were on point in their fielding, with some very good fielding run out, especially the one to get rid of Imam. Yes, the quick bowlers initially strayed a little bit, but I thought the spinners worked well in tandem to score down the scoring rate for Pakistan. Pakistan managing 281 there in the end, which I think is a few short than what they'd hoped for.
They're out there on the balcony. And most of them would be backing Brendan Taylor to win this because he's been there before. He's been man of the match 6 times in his career. He's got 10 ODI hundreds. Sikandar is in next. He's got a fair bit of experience. Big shot, beats the infield, will go and hit the fence in no time. That's his good batting. Knew exactly which angle to find, and he found it well in the end.
Taylor there, seeing the ball very clearly now, was there to be hit, and he made the most of it. Missed his length just by a little bit. And obviously through the line, nicely picked up off his legs.
He's got this element of surprise, Brendan Taylor. It drop anchor, play a lot of dots, and suddenly he'll tee off. .112 in 81 balls. That's good batting, sensible batting. Hit a 4, take a single, and he's got a willing partner in young Wesley.
Well, Zimbabwe is ahead of Pakistan at this stage. Pakistan were 167 for 4. But then again, they did score 90 in the last 10.
Just a little loose, and you tend to be that when you're 19. You know, he's still finding his feet and obviously knowing his strong points and areas where he needs to be a little careful. I think he's got a good guide in Brendan Taylor. What he has to do is just make sure that he's out there with him. Don't worry about this, the scoring rate to go up at this stage. Just basic cricket is required from Wesley. Has gone up in the air. Fakhr is an electric fielder. Oh, grasses it. He came in. Would have been a very good catch. And you don't expect this from Fakhr. He's an excellent gun fielder. He's a sub. In for Haris Sohail. 172 for 4.
Zimbabwe batting scorecard there. Shaheen cleaned up the 2 openers for a very low score. Then Irwin got 42 till Imad had him caught out to the reverse sweep. Brendan Taylor playing a handy knock here, 79 from 91 deliveries, and very nicely in partnership with Wesley, who's playing a very handy knock of 26. For him to continue.
Play and a miss, not needed. The idea was to clear the mid-off fielder. They're a little bit confused whether to go for a review or not. Oh, they're going for one now. Heard something. Let's see whether there's some ultra edge to it.
Behind. The on-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Let's start with front-on spin wheel. Now, ball is close to the bat. Need to confirm through ultra edge, please. Roll it forward, roll forward, roll forward, roll forward, roll forward. Flat line, flat line. Now roll forward again, please. Roll forward, flat line, one ball passing the bat. Go back to on-field umpire. Alim, stay with your original decision. You're on screen. Please signal.
Yeah, flat line there, nothing on the bat there. I think it was more prompted by Rizwan behind the stumps. Babar even wasn't sure what he'd heard.
Still got a review available, Pakistan. Ah, lovely. Showing his class. I think he's got to do that. He's got such good shots. His base is so strong. That's why the ball races to the fielders. Well, Fakhr came in to catch. He's normally such a good fielder, safe pair of hands, and just misjudged it when it mattered most.
Yeah, he got there in the end, made good ground. Unfortunately, couldn't hang on to it.
In the air, didn't really go hard at it. It went flat to Wahab. I think that they need something to happen in the field, Pakistan. A diving catch, a fabulous run out, something to break this partnership. 59-run partnership now.
Yeah, that flew off the edge there, straight to Wahab. But I've been really impressed with this youngster, Wesley. He's not afraid to take the attack onto the quick bowlers. Likes expressing himself out there in the middle.
Hitting on the up. Looks so much assured when he's playing in a conventional way. Every time he goes a little imaginative, improvises his shots, he looks out of shape. Rahim. Oh, he's played that shot extremely well. Once again, beautifully crafted shot. You can't have a fielder there over the keeper's head for 4. Last time he played one off Haris Rauf, it went for 6.
It's pure class there, showing his experience. And I was speaking to Tino about this while he played that initial shot. In a tour to New Zealand, we saw the bowlers kept bouncing him and he was having trouble playing the pull and the hook shot. And that's when he came up with this, and I think he executes it absolutely fantastically. Watches it right to the end and just helps it on its way.
Chance. Youngster gets in. Very good over for Zimbabwe. 180 for the loss of 4. Zimbabwe ahead at this stage compared to Pakistan by 7 runs. But they've placed themselves in a great position to chase this down. Partnership worth 65. Got Taylor, who's on 85. And young Wesley is not looking bad as well. See, that is what can happen, Aruj, when you put in extra bit of effort, because the pressure that's been exerted by this pair, that you can go wrong.
Yeah, it's Zimbabwe here putting Pakistan a little bit on the back foot. Pakistan almost waiting for something to happen. Babar will have to think of some options, something outside the box to break this partnership. Obviously his first captain match in ODI cricket.
Yes.
I think the fielders are far too back for my liking. The inner ring has got to come in to stop that single, because Brendan Taylor has struggled in consistent, continuous rotation of strikes. So don't give him that easy single. They've got to get the fielders in, maybe get an extra man in the ring. Upish, but safe.
Yeah, bring an extra man in. Just put him in the eye line for the batsman. Have him do something different. Let's see what Barber does. They're having a small discussion there in the center. They've got, well, Wahab's there giving his input as well. Very interesting patch in the game here.
What delivery to bowl? Go for a Yorker or a shorter ball? Get a fielder in for the ramp shot maybe? Have the third man in for a catch? Get an extra man in the ring so that there's no easy rotation of strike for Brendan Taylor. So many things to consider here. That's gone up in the air, safely placed. Should come back for 2. This is Taylor's best innings against Pakistan, highest score against Pakistan, 88 now. Strike rate has gone into the 90s, so it was once in mid-80s, then it came back to 70s, and now it's up again. So he's pacing this run chase beautifully.
When you talk about the change-up delivery, I haven't seen enough of the Yorkers as a surprise delivery, and Haris and Shaheen both have the pace to surprise the batsman.
That's gone over the cover fielder. Big chase for Abid Ali. Knows the call. Brendan Taylor doesn't want the second one. Doesn't want to risk it. Maybe because the the pitch appears to be a little bit more compacted and the ball is coming onto the bat quite nicely. Because the flow is developed. The rhythm is there. They're finding it easy now to time the ball. Doesn't need to go across the line, mid-off, mid-on. A good sort of pointers for Wesley really to take them on. Go for a straight drive over mid-on or mid-off.
He needs to keep an eye on his scoring options. We've spoken about this earlier. The minute he tries to do something that's not in his range, he sort of looks to lose shape and posture and balance. And they've got protection square of the wicket, but like you mentioned, both mid-off and mid-on are up in the circle. Should look for that as a scoring option there.
Don't bowl in there. He's such a good player of the short ball. Thankfully, that shot goes straight to the fielder. Haris is proving to be a bit expensive. 9 overs done for him. None for 53. 187 for 4.
Steady partnership now of 72. Zimbabwe requiring 95 of 66 deliveries. Pakistan earlier in the day 281. The loss of 8 wickets, and Zimbabwe steadily chasing at 187 for 4 now. Chisoro and Muzarabani picking up the 2 wickets apiece for Zimbabwe.
Nice shot. Doesn't get it through the infield. Fahim's track record is a bit iffy. His last 10 ODIs has produced only 2 wickets for him. And he's wicketless in this bowling effort as well. Average of 206. Bowling average of 206 in his last 10 ODIs. That's better. Change of pace could do the job for Pakistan. Pakistan have got to do something different here because the ball is not jagging around. And it's coming onto the bat once it hits the surface. So maybe an off cutter, a leg cutter, something different, a slow bouncer maybe. Look for variations.
Pakistan searching for a wicket here, and Fahim would definitely want to change those odds and pick up an important one here for a breakthrough.
Good shot. I like the way he's tackled the situation and he's backed himself. so difficult really to play a knock, a match-winning innings in the middle order. Normally youngsters at times can misread the situation, get rushed by the pressure and get out, but so far so good for this young 19-year-old. Stylishly done. Yes, targeted the mid-on fielder and gets a 4. Lovely batting from Brendan Taylor. He's switched on completely in this run chase. Knew exactly how to place that ball.
Effortless, absolutely effortless there from Brendan Taylor. He looks in control of this innings and just waited for the ball. He knew the mid-on was up. Easily cleared him for yet another boundary. Brendan now closing in on his century. He's on 93 now.
So now you've got to have that fielder in, because that's the obvious pattern so far that we've seen in the last 3 or 4 overs. He hits a 4 and he's off to the other end by picking up an easy single. So you've got to make it tough, make him hit over the top, force him to take a chance.
Mid-on's been pushed back to long on now while fine leg comes into the ring. 4 men inside the ring now, 5, sorry.
There's that drive again this time. He's found good placement, but Brendan Taylor doesn't want to risk the second run. After 40, 194 for the loss of 4. The last power plays on. Now you can have 5 fielders outside the ring. And Pakistan would want more fielders in the ring to put pressure on this partnership, especially on Brendan Taylor, who's nearing his 100. So he's got to be a little bit careful and cautious. So got to cash in, Pakistan. Make it tough for him to get the next 6 runs.
A change of bowling here. Imad comes back into the attack. He's got 2 men behind point on the offside with a short cover and a short fine leg. .8 is the required rate.
Imad is so good in such situations. 8.1 overs, 1 for 32, and this is the critical phase. Little tester and challenge for Wesley.
Is it the nerves there? Needs to calm down a little. Brendan Taylor having a good chat with him, just trying to calm down the youngster. He's played paced really well. Interesting to see how he tackles Imad.
Doesn't need to get smart.
Good ball, good ball.
Just play regular innings and be a little vigilant with the angle that Imad produces. He's not a big spinner of the ball, as we've been harping.
Sorry, sir, sorry.
Look to drive him, play with a straighter blade.
पीछे कर फिर ये इसको थोड़ा बाहर करेंगे दोनों की. बॉक्से को पीछे कर ले फिर जो कर रहा है.
Brendan is going to milk a single. That fielder at cover has been sent back. That is what he does. And it is sitting well with Pakistan. I just can't imagine for this pattern to continue, because you're playing in the hands of the Zimbabweans here by allowing Brendan Taylor an easy passage to the other end. Oh, that's 4. That's square driven. No, there's a fielder there. Abid Ali, will he get to the ball? The dive is on. Doesn't stop a 4. 200 is brought up as a result of that punishing square drive.
Wow. 20.
Yeah, Wesley, they're not afraid to use his feet to the spinner. Came down the track, a little bit leg side to the ball, gave himself room. Beautiful square drive. There was a fielder there, but that raced to the fence.
Yeah, they do very nicely for Wesley. Edge and a 4. Last 2 balls of that over, producing 2 boundaries for Zimbabwe. Required rate has come down now to 8.67, 204 for the loss of 4. Brendan Taylor is on 95. Plays a nice shot. Drive, Imad Wasim tumbles. Single is taken by Brendan. Is tiring. Surely the body language suggests that he doesn't have it in him really to look for those quick singles.
Exactly what we've been talking about. The ring fielder sitting on the edge of the ring, not quite coming in to stop those singles. And even though Brendan's tiring, he's still taking those fielders on for quick singles. Zimbabwe seem like they're very happy with the way things are progressing. They're not obviously worried about the big shots just yet. They are happy with putting the bad balls away and providing impetus on the running. 96 now from Brendan Taylor.
Yeah, this is not working for Pakistan. You see, Zimbabwe at this stage would be looking to get closer to the Pakistani score or the target without losing a lot of wickets. So if they need 10 and over with wickets in the tank, they'd be quite happy really to chase it down. Ideally, they would want Taylor to be out there right till the end. Or even a Wesley wouldn't be a bad bet. Into the gap, and 4, beautifully placed. This guy's got a lot of talent and he's temperamentally strong as well, nearing a 50. 46 he is off just 50 balls.
Yeah, got on top of that really well, and he knew the fielders were up in the ring. But it definitely takes some craft to still pierce that gap. Very good innings here from the youngster, 46 now. And more importantly, providing Brendan Taylor with support as they edge closer to this target.
Once again, very nicely timed. And there's a beautiful runner between the wickets as well.
Yeah, Ramiz, looks like this is going down to the wire. 70 now required of the 49. Which way is your opinion tilting towards?
Well, I think Pakistan will have to work extremely hard. They need a couple of strikes, couple of wickets, at least one to break this partnership, which is now worth 97. Brendan is on 97 as well. End of the 42nd. We're out of here. 212 for the loss of 4.
देख लीजिएगा उसको दूर दूर करी जा छोड़ देगा देख क्या कुछ नहीं करेगा वो उधर पीछे से आ जाएगा तुम थोड़ा बाहर आ जाएगा लेजू थोड़ा बाहर रहना हाँ वाह
Zimbabwe needs 70 in 48. This is a T20 international, you wouldn't even think of it. Wouldn't think twice
Catch
about
it.
it.
Acha, acha,
Ooh,
acha.
bit of turn from
Easy kar, easy kar,
Imad.
easy kar. ये देख कितना बड़ा हो रहा है.
How much gas has Brendan
Shabash,
Taylor
shabash,
got
ठीक
in
है,
the
जाएगा.
tank? He's
वो
getting
इसको बॉल पे
wonderful
निकलने दे
support
इसको.
here from Wesley
वो जो के
Madavere.
बाकी कोई मसला नहीं.
Sounds very old at 20, doesn't he? 319 World Cups. How about this? How about this for a half century for Wesley Madavere? And it's the 100th partnership for Zimbabwe.
Well, what an innings from this young man, Wesley Madavere. Another half century for him in one-day international cricket for Zimbabwe. More importantly, he has gone to 100 partnership with Brendan Taylor. And slowly but surely, Zimbabwe looking good in this chase. And he's played that deliberately behind fine.
Now the confidence to play the shot on the up as well, coming forward against Imad. 65 required from 45. 102 this partnership for the 5th wicket from 96 deliveries. There's been a lot of singles run for Brendan Taylor. I'm sure that, well, he doesn't look too bad at all, does he? He really looks good.
Yeah, he's a man who can dig deep when he needs to, Brendan Taylor. And a disappointing series the last time Zimbabwe played in Bangladesh 7 months ago. But I'll tell you what, his performance today, chalk and cheese from the last we saw from Brendan Taylor in international cricket, well supported by young Wesley Madavere. 103 the partnership now, just 98 balls.
Picks it nicely, picks the line and the length. So well played by Madavere. What a sparkling half century this has been, and what an innings by Brendan Taylor. 98 from 104. He's hit 9 fours and 3 sixes. And this partnership edging Zimbabwe towards what would be an outstanding victory, the first ODI in this series of 3.
The talk here from the senior statesman Brendan Taylor will be, don't change a thing. You have improvised when you've needed to. You've waited for the bad ball. You've put that away with ease. And we've made sure that we have rotated strike when we needed to. And for these remaining deliveries, 7 overs, 42 of them, they don't need to change much.
20 years of age, Wesley Madavere, and 34 years of age, Brendan Taylor. Madavere was just 3 years of age when Brendan Taylor made his ODI debut in 2004. Fantastic, isn't it? But he looks such an accomplished, compact player here. Plus the fact that he bowls his off spin. Brendan Taylor's been on the field every minute of this match as far as he's concerned, because he was the keeper for Zimbabwe. There's another single.
.104 balls, Brendan Taylor, in that 9 boundaries, 3 sixes. 98 not out, his highest score in one-day international cricket against Pakistan. Of course, a milestone is something that's important, but if he does get there, he'll be looking at the bigger picture, Alan.
On to 99 now, Brendan Taylor. Maybe taking some deep breaths in there, but he certainly doesn't look in any kind of problem whatsoever. 99 from 105. Zimbabwe, 61 required off 39.
Focus is what that last image tells me.
on the up. He slaps him away. There's a man out there at deep point. Such authority in the shot from the youngster. 222 for 4. Brendan Taylor, 99. Bold, straight, asking questions from Haris Rauf. He's been a little expensive tonight. Fahim Ashraf has finished his 10. He went for 57. Haris Rauf has gone for 56. It is brilliant, isn't it, for Zimbabwe? The man Brendan Taylor has been around for such a long time, and the new face, one of the new faces in Wesley Madavere. No, he's not going to get the single that he wanted. He might now get it. Brendan Taylor gets the single that brings up his century, his first one-day international century against Pakistan, and the 11th of his great career. Well played, Brendan Taylor.
And to go with that, Alan, the accolade of the most ever international centuries across all formats for Brendan Taylor. He goes to 17 in his international career, and what a wonderful performance from him. He goes one ahead of the Zimbabwean great Andy Flower, and a good applause from his teammates on the balcony. 107 balls, 9 boundaries, 3 sixes. Brendan Taylor takes himself to 100 not out.
Brendan Taylor, is he going to steer Zimbabwe home? He's getting wonderful support from Wesley Madavere. His partnership, 108, and it didn't look as if he was going to get that single. Then the shy at the stumps, and it was the overthrow. Doesn't matter, they don't draw pictures in scorecards, they just log the numbers. Shaheen Shah Afridi. Ooh. And he knows he's going to bowl it full. Brendan Taylor knows that he's going to get a lot of full deliveries here.
Now, Brendan Taylor, he was looking to go over the top of the bowler's head, or mid-off. You can see mid-off up in the circle. And people then are back on the boundary. Third man, sweeper on the offside, long on. Deep square and fine leg.
Lofts him over mid-off. How much has he got on it? Desperate fielding by Pakistan. It's a confident stroke, as you'd expect from a centurion, but it is the knowledge that he has to do something different here, because Shaheen is firing it into him, into his toes. Fahim Ashraf with the save. He saves the boundary. Fahim Ashraf and Babar Azam with the throw.
It's good work from Fahim Ashraf. And long on. That's what Brendan Taylor was trying to do the ball before that. He was smart, gave himself a bit of room.
Down the leg side, but oh yes, he's going to call the wide. Umpire Hassan Raza says it's the wide. You could see what Brendan Taylor was going to do, though. He wants to ramp him down fine leg. Well, the scores at this level: Zimbabwe 226 for 4, and after 44.2 overs, Pakistan were 226 for 6. So advantage marginally Zimbabwe, marginally. They're chasing. Up over extra, up over extra. What a good shot this is for 4.
Brendan Taylor coming to the party for Zimbabwe. And he's been smart about this. He's given himself some room because he knows that Shaheen is trying to cramp him up with the Yorker. Created just enough space to go up and over that offside field. And another boundary to Brendan Taylor. His 10th in his innings of 106.
And that delivery delivered by Shaheen Afridi was 147. Well, there you go. Players hitting the Jomo board will receive £200. $200. Oh, well, what's the currency? What does it matter? 200 US. And players hitting the service tire board have a chance to win a cash reward of $500. Well, I think he's going for the big stakes here, Brendan Taylor. Long off now has been deployed. Oh, he squirts it. What a shot that is from Brendan Taylor. The precision of a surgeon. Extraordinary calculation here from Taylor.
Wow, this is a wonderful cricket shot. I don't think I've ever seen this in all the cricket that I've seen. Shaheen Shah Afridi, all he could do was wipe the sweat off his top lip. That ball is going past the leg stump. He's opened the face and hit it over third man. And it's at 148.8 clicks.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. How you have the presence of mind to shape, open the face of the blade to guide that through third man. As he played a lot of hockey, Brendan Taylor. Looked like a bit of a hockey shot, doesn't it? Now he's come back over the wicket this time, Shaheen Afridi. It's the more orthodox delivery. Third man has dropped back, that's Wahab Riaz, so he's got a good view of what Shaheen is trying to do and the line he's trying to bowl. That's Wahab Riaz down there. One extra ball in this over because the third was deemed a wide down the leg side. Short, hits the top of the bat. Game on here, 48 needed from 30, 234 for 4. $11 from that over. 5 overs to go, 48 runs required. Sikandar Raza still to bat. And it's so difficult to get away some of these experienced Pakistan bowlers, and Wahab Riaz is at the top of that list. He's bowled in the biggest games that Pakistan have played in recent years. He's got 3 overs to go. 7 overs, 1 for 33. Riaz. Now this is going to be a big challenge for the young Wesley Madhaveri. He's played some delightful shots, and anything just marginally short, he's used like a short arm jab and worked it leg side.
You would expect short man like that, bouncy wicket, he would struggle with that. They've seen that he can play that shot, and they've set people back for him. Deep wicket on the boundary.
Bowled him, knocked him over. Madhaveri looking leg side, and it was straight and full from Wahab Riaz. And that's the end of a wonderful little innings from the youngster Wesley Madhaveri. And this crucial partnership has been broken.
Yeah, the pressure just got a little too much for the young man. Looked to force the ball before, couldn't get it away, looked to force that one, and Wahab Riaz, you miss, I hit. It's been a really, really good knock. Supported Brendan Taylor well, 55 from 61 for Wesley Madhaveri, 234 for 5.
whatever the result of this contest, young Wesley Madaveri has grown in stature tonight on the big stage. Haris Rauf has finished his 10 overs for 57, the same numbers as Fahim Ashraf. Imad Wasim 10 overs, 1 for 49. Shaheen's got 2 left. Wahab is into his 8th. And the asking rate now, the run rate is in excess of 10 and over, 10.29. Any man you want to come in and finish off a situation, it's this man, Sikandar Raza, highly experienced. Just gets a feel of the ball on the face of the bat. 3 ODI hundreds for Sikandar Raza, young man who was born in Sialkot, Punjab. It's his 101st ODI, averaging a fraction below 35. Strike rate is good at 82, and he's got 3 ODI centuries. And he's here because Madaveri just tried to work a ball that was too full, tried to work it leg side.
It was too full, premeditated for Wesley Madaveri, probably just looking for that open space on the leg side to get Brendan Taylor on strike.
The idea is right from Brendan Taylor. He's trying to manufacture here angles. He's trying to keep Wahab guessing, but every time he misses, that rate edges towards 11 and over. 47 required from 26. He's had a look. There is a fine leg down there. There is a third man. So he's got to ramp it very fine if he's going to get the boundary. If he's going to get the boundary. Is that a slightly slower delivery? I think it might have been.
It was. It looked like he just took the pace off the ball. 115.9 k's an hour. This is Brendan Taylor. That was a crisp boundary as soon as he came in. Took some time before he started to express himself like we know he can. But it really was quality innings from Brendan Taylor. Took his time early on and made sure that he built a good partnership of 70 with Craig Irvin.
We can hear all the shouts of the fielders in the stadium. Microphones are picking up everything here in the empty stands. 2:37 for 5.
Come on, boys! Well done, guys! Shabash, shabash! विकेट जाओ फिर एक पीछे सेंटर पकड़ बाहर हो जाओ लेफ्ट कम ओवर
And this is going to be a tough assignment, even with these two experienced players, Sikandar Raza and Brendan Taylor on 1-1-1. Raza on strike, Shaheen staying over the wicket. Could be gone. A great effort in the field from Imam ul Haq. Have a look at this for a piece of fielding.
Nice soft hands from Sikandar Raza before we get to the piece of fielding. Brendan Taylor would have been home, but Imam ul Haq full of energy. Batted a good 20-odd overs in the afternoon, and now 46th over, and he's rushing in and looking for that all-crucial run-out. 11.48 now Zimbabwe require.
Uses bottom hand cross bat this time. I must say that Brendan Taylor is using all his experience. He's trying to improvise and manufacture shots to bring him runs. He's tried the ramp, he's tried the reverse ramp. What an innings this has been.
It really has been for Brendan Taylor. He's batted long, he's been the glue in the Zimbabwean innings. We talked about Brendan Taylor needing to be there at the end, or a Craig Irvin. He's pushing now.
Bowled. Well, look at that Yorker. How do you play that? You can only squeeze it. If you get lucky, it squeezes past the keeper for 4. He's got to be one of the best Yorker bowlers in the world.
When he decides to get it right up there and in the block hole, he is a very, very difficult customer to remove from there. New or old ball. Just 2 off the over so far.
The rate is now in excess of 12. 43 required from 20.
Good comeback in this over from Shaheen Afridi. Took some stick from Brendan Taylor in his previous over. He's gone away and thought about it over the last over while he was at the boundary. He's come back well. Brendan Taylor, he's looked to go up and over the man who's in the circle at mid-off. It's gone straight up and taken by Wahab Riaz.
Brendan Taylor perishes as he tries to steer Zimbabwe home, and he gets congratulations from the Pakistan players. The spirit of cricket is alive here in Rawalpindi. This has gone a mile high. And Wahab, that's one he didn't want to drop. A brilliant innings from Brendan Taylor. Comes to an end, 112. It's 240 for 6. Raza on strike, and he gets almost an unplayable ball, but somehow squeezes it for 4. Shaheen just grins. He is just delivering exocets here.
Well, it's been an entertaining evening from this man, Brendan Taylor. There had been 13 deliveries before Zimbabwe had got a boundary. He was trying to go over Wahab Riaz at mid-off. This time wasn't to be. But congratulations to Brendan Taylor. It was an absolute gem of a knock. 47 overs gone, 244 for 6. Zimbabwe require further 38 from 18 balls. You'd feel that with the exit of Brendan Taylor, so went the hopes of Zimbabwe.
Tendai Chisoro is the new batsman for Zimbabwe. Tall left hand. He can certainly handle the bat. But the senior man out there is Sikandar Raza. Somehow he's got to take stock here of this scenario. 37 required from 17. You've seen Chisoro a couple of times. He can more than handle himself.
He can more than handle himself. However, he is the kind of player who needs a bit of time at the crease. before he starts to get on with it. He doesn't have that privilege today.
No. Off stump goes, Raza perishes. Wahab Riaz is deadly at the death, and he is so difficult to get away. And Zimbabwe's hopes are fading very quickly here.
We talked about Wahab Riaz being the man who can come back for Pakistan at the back end of the innings and take wickets. And that's exactly what he's doing. And that's his third. Wahab Riaz. And Sikandar Raza perishes. He gets 8. Zimbabwe now 245 for 7. .245 for 7. Zimbabwe. This man, a couple of really crucial wickets at the back end of the Zimbabwean innings.
How often does he do it? How often does Wahab Riaz just come in? The captain knows he can rely. He's like a. It's just the most reliable bowler at the end. This is Mumba. And Karl Mumba playing just his 6th match, his 6th ODI, essentially a bowler. At the end of Sikandar Raza, it just hurried on to him. He looked as if he was confused about what kind of shot he wanted to play. And he's a bit pacey. Wahab Riaz is pacey at the end. He doesn't lose pace when he comes on at the end of the innings for Pakistan.
Well, there you go, that last delivery, 143.2. So his speed certainly right up there, as they were in his opening spell. But other than just the wickets that he's taken at the back end of the innings, which we know he does and does so often, I've been particularly impressed by him throughout the day. He came and he bowled heavy balls into length, took a bit of stick in a second spell. That can happen. Ball to Brendan Taylor, Craig Irvin when they were both in, but otherwise pretty good.
So hard, so tough to get that away. That's toe damage material, that is, from Wahab. It just spears in. He doesn't get the ball to shape like Shaheen. He gets a different shape on it. And Chisoro's not going to get rid of that anytime soon. It's right up into the ankles. Oh, he's gesturing to Mumba that he's going to have a go leg side here. Fine leg is up. Yeah, it's a bit quick, and Zimbabwe's hopes just about gone here. When Brendan Taylor was there, when Wesley Madhaveri was there, they had hopes. 246 for 7. It's been a great contest, this. It's not over yet, of course, but 36 off 12 is asking a lot when you've got tail enders in. Pakistan 281 for 8, Haris Sohail 71, Imam ul Haq 58. Zimbabwe cornerstone innings, the 112 from Brendan Taylor. Madhaveri gave him support in a century partnership with 55, and Craig Irvin looked so at ease for his 42. 36 required from 12. Karl Mumba is on strike and he's facing Shaheen. Tries to loft him over mid-off, and he finds Wahab Riaz yet again. And Shaheen Afridi picks up his 4th wicket of the night.
Well, you can't keep Wahab away from the wickets. If he's not bowling the Zimbabwean batsmen out, he's catching them at mid-off. Well judged in the end by Wahab Riaz. Sees the end of Karl Mumba just for the one. Zimbabwe 246 for 8.
Babar Azam, captain of Pakistan for the first time in a one-day international, will be reasonably pleased with the way things have gone, but I think he must have been just twitching a little bit when that partnership was in full flow between Madhaveri and Brendan Taylor. Richard Ngarava is in. Babar Azam's got a bit more of a smile on his face. Shaheen's picked up 4. Picked up 6 for 35 against Bangladesh at Lord's. That was in July last year. That was in the ICC Cricket World Cup. He's looking for another. Toe crusher. How'd you play that?
Well, just like you did, really, and make sure you get your toe out the way. Otherwise, it is going to be crushed. That is a wonderful Yorker. And this is Zimbabwe's last wicket to go. Good catch in the end by Wahab Riaz over the left shoulder. Three wickets for him. Couple of good catches.
It's gone over the keeper. He's going to get 4 here. That's not in Shaheen's book. He doesn't want that. Get it a bit fuller, Shaheen. You'll get your 5th wicket. But you've got to give Zimbabwe full credit here. They're still fighting towards the very end here. Chisoro, a swing and a top edge.
Well, I can tell you from Chisoro that if it's not that full Yorker he got the delivery before, he's going to be swinging that willow. Shaheen asking for a change in field. Fine leg, going a lot finer than he was. 10 yards to his left.
Bullseye! A 5th wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi. He's unerringly accurate with that Yorker. He's one of the best in the business. Back-to-back 5-wicket hauls for this tall, talented left-arm quick from Pakistan.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful performance with the ball from Shaheen. And that is a wonderful Yorker. Crashed into the off-stump before Chisoro could even think of getting his bat down in time. Gives thanks to Almighty Allah for yet another 5-wicket haul. Zimbabwe's 9th for. Tendai Chisoro goes for 5. 250 for 9. Another 5-wicket haul then for this man on screen, Shaheen Shah Afridi. He is only the 2nd bowler in ODI history to take 15 wickets in the space of 3 matches. And the first was his countryman and bowling coach at the moment, Waka Yunus. A couple of deliveries to go in the 49.
He's going to fancy picking up a 6th here, isn't he? He's just got this way of finding the stumps with such accuracy. Deadly. Mohammad Rizwan's pretty happy as well. Squeezes it somehow out to point. Still get it here. He's got 1 delivery to go. Beg your pardon, he's finished. 5 for 49 in 10. Shaheen Afridi, that's been a wonderful evening for the young left arm quick. 251 for 9.
Babar Azam can breathe a sigh of relief. About 6 overs ago, I think he had his heart in his mouth. But, the bowlers have come to the party and they have produced the goods when they needed to. Backs against the wall for the majority of this innings, the Pakistan fielding side.
Oh, that's useful. That'll do. Muzarabani with a nonchalant swing of the bat.
It's not bad, the connection. We talk about getting your foot as close as you can to the pitch of the delivery. Well, if you're going to hit the ball that well and your foot's nowhere near the pitch, then so be it.
Wahab will hate that. Hates being hit for runs. Yeah, just slower delivery. Deceived him with a change of pace. But Zimbabwe can take a great heart from this performance here in Rawalpindi in the first of this series of 3. They have given Pakistan a real contest. Was there a nick? It sounded like something.
I'm not sure how that ball has missed the leg stump. It's well within your rights to ask if there was a nick, because I thought I heard a sound myself. Sarabani lives to strike another ball.
And wouldn't he love to? Look at the eyes concentrating on Wahab. Wahab's only got to get it full and straight. Like that. Wahab Riaz finishes things off with his 4th wicket, and Zimbabwe are bowled out with 2 balls to go. Zimbabwe 255 all out. Pakistan have won by 26 runs. And 9 wickets shared between Wahab Riaz with 4 and Shaheen Shah Afridi with 5.
Well, congratulations all round from the Pakistan 11 on the field at the moment. It's been a valiant effort from that man on screen, Shaheen Shah Afridi. Brilliant performance with the ball once again. Congratulations all round in the Pakistan change room. But as you say, and you quite rightly say, Alan, the Zimbabwean team can take a lot out of this performance in this first one-day international.
Absolutely right. They certainly can. It's Pakistan's 7th ODI win in a row. And they've now opened up their ICC Cricket World Cup Super League with a victory. This is the end. Muzarabani making room, and Wahab Riaz has done that to more illustrious players along the way. 9 wickets right there, and Imad Wasim, another left armer, with the 10th.
Brendan Taylor, who really did go out there and give us all for Zimbabwe. 112 he got, Brendan Taylor, becoming the first Zimbabwean to get 17 international hundreds across all formats.
I don't know if you keep these kind of figures in your head, but that's only the 2nd time in cricket history that in ODI history that is, that all 10 wickets have gone to left arm bowlers. It happened once before, India against Australia in Mumbai, and that was October 2007. And as you'd expect, it was Shaheen and Wahab who accounted for Zimbabwe, who got off to a pretty nasty start, losing Jari and Chibaba, the captain, and then Irvin and Taylor steadied the ship. That was a good partnership. And then Taylor Williams came in and went quickly. Then Wesley Madaveri played so well for his 55. Taylor was there all the while. They put on a century partnership for the 5th wicket. But when they got out, when Wesley Madaveri got out and then Brendan Taylor, it really was the writing on the wall for Zimbabwe. 2 balls to go. They bowled out for 255.
These were the partnerships for Zimbabwe. They didn't really get to the start that they would have wanted to. Irvin and Taylor, 71 between the two of them. And then, of course, later on in the innings, Madevere, Brendan Taylor sharing 119 between the two of them. Other than that, not much more to speak about. Zimbabwe ending up 255 all out.
Well, as a bowler, these are the kind of figures you'll just stare at in the papers tomorrow, whatever it is. Shaheen's done the business yet again. 10 overs, 5 for 49, and Wahab 9.4, 4 for 42. Imad Wasim picked up the 10th wicket, 1 for 49. Haris Rao, Fahim Ashraf not getting wickets in that column, but they did their bit. But the wreckers in chief, Shaheen and Wahab. Now, very good contest here at the Pindi Stadium in Rawalpindi in the first one-day international. Pakistan won the toss, 281 for 8. Haris Sohail, 71. Imam ul Haq, 58. Imad Wasim played well for that, 34 not out. Brendan Taylor, 112. And Wesley Madaveri for Zimbabwe, 255 all out. Shaheen and Wahab, 9 wickets between them. Pakistan have won by 26 runs. We'll have the presentation shortly. Who's the man of the match? And let's hear from the captains. That'll be shortly after this break.
Check 1 2 3 lift mic 4 handle mic 4 audio check 1 2 3 4 audio check 1 2 3 4 this is handle mic 4 audio check 1 2 3 4 this is handle mic 4 audio check 1 2 3 4 This is handle mic 4. This is handle mic 4. Audio check 1 2 3 4.
this was the start with Shaheen Sharafridi beginning the wreckage with his searingly fast left arm quick, accounting for Shababa, the skipper, who dragged one on, and before that Brian Chari. And then we had Brendan Taylor in all his majesty, who looked in sublime form. That was the end of Craig Irvin, who reverse swept Imad Wasim.
He played well until then, Craig Irvin. Brendan Taylor continued after their 70-run partnership. Sean Williams was one who went early, bit of extra bounce from the bowler, and Brendan Taylor decided that it was upon him to try and get Zimbabwe as close as possible to that total. He was well helped by this young man, Wesley Madivere. He's got a bright future, he does, for Zimbabwe cricket.
Well, this is the moment when Brendan Taylor was on 99 and the overthrow gave him the single for his century, his 11th in one-day international cricket, his first against Pakistan. Unfortunately then, Madiveri went to Wahab Riaz, and very quickly Brendan Taylor followed. Wahab Riaz, you couldn't keep him out of the action. He plucked the ball out of the air, but he got wonderful congratulations from the Pakistan cricketers. Raza didn't last too long. Wahab again, fiery, accurate. Mumba going, yet again, Wahab, wickets. Chisoro losing his off stump. And these two, Shaheen picking up 5, Wahab picking up 4. Just demolishing Zimbabwe, who really at one stage looked as if they were the side who were going to come through here tonight. But Pakistan, when they've got bowlers of this quality, will always believe that they can win a contest the longer it goes. Pakistan 281 for 8. They won the toss, batted first. Zimbabwe 255, and a win for Pakistan in this first one-day international here in Rawalpindi. All the matches here in Rawalpindi, winning by 26 runs. It's a very good contest and promise of much more entertainment to come in the next 2. Let's go downstairs for the presentation with Ramiz Raja.
Terrific game of cricket. So the first ODI done and dusted, and Pakistan won it by